Hello, this is Dennis with ATelephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a Buttset, which is a lineman's telephone, and a customer had bought this from a telephone repair company, and they sell telephones also, and he was having a problem with it, and he had sent it back to them, and they sent it directly to us. And so it's not uncommon that I get telephones in from other repair companies. But basically, I do believe he got this lineman's phone from that company, and he also got this line cord that has two spade connectors on it. And so originally I didn't see the original line cord that came off of this telephone, but he wanted to use this telephone as a regular telephone and not a lineman's phone, from what I understand. But he's got a long letter that he sent in with this telephone, and they just forwarded all that to me. And so really what it comes down to is he probably had an original line cord on here that had alligator clips and maybe even a bed of nails. And what a bed of nails is on a lineman's phone is you take the alligator clip and you clamp it onto the wire, and then you push it down a little bit, and that bed of nails goes into the wire, so that you can, you don't have to take any of the coating of the wire off. You can directly access a line just by the bed of nails on the clip. Well, he didn't want that situation, so what he did was he had him send this line cord to him, and it was all fixed up, ready for him to put on. And basically, once you open up a telephone from wherever you buy it from, the warranty is off. So he put this line cord on himself, and then he made a call with it, he said, but then he couldn't call with it no more. He couldn't use the telephone. And he had an AT&T service person at his home hooking up his U-verse, and he asked this guy, supposedly he had 40 years of experience, and he looked the phone over and looked inside of it and couldn't understand why it wouldn't work. So basically, that was a couple of people right there that looked at it. So when it went back to the original company for them to repair it, they sent it directly to me for repair. And so I'm gonna, since the customer, because he's got a long line, a list on this letter about the cord that he put on it, and now he would like if they would put another cord on for him. He doesn't feel comfortable with this cord. And when I went through this telephone and troubleshooted it, this is kind of like the final checkout video of this telephone. I went ahead and repaired the telephone. What we found was a transistor that was bad, and I'm not sure if this transistor may have failed when he was connecting up his connections, something, maybe gotten touched or whatever, but the phone was acting really funny. And so we troubleshooted it, and I found a bad transistor and replaced it. So I'm going to move this out of the way now. And since the customer doesn't feel comfortable with this line cord that he originally had installed in place of the original, I'm going to get away from that situation altogether. What I'm going to go with is a line cord that you simply can get anywhere. It's got both of the modular plugs at both ends, and if he feels the cord's no good, he can simply open up the phone and just plug right into a modular port that I have installed in this telephone. And I'm going to give you a little look at this telephone on the inside. And this is an amplified telephone, a lineman's phone. Now, it has amplification for receive, but you're not really supposed to talk into these telephones when they're in the amplified mode, because what they do is they squelch the speaker. the microphone. Really, it's to monitor and listen to the phone line making noise, or listen for dial tone and things of that nature. It's not for talking while you're on amplification. Now, I don't know if the customer knows that or not, but that wasn't his issue anyway. He couldn't use the phone. It wasn't working for him. Right here we have a redial, a mute button, and you have to hold that mute button for it to mute the mic. And then we have a speakerphone option. And that speakerphone is basically for the receive side. It's not really for the transmit side. So trying to talk into it through, while the speaker is on, it's really not meant to use that way. So, and he may or may not know that, I don't know. We have a tone and pulse switch on this side, which I find that to be a little cumbersome. I don't believe it should be here. Pulse and tone is not really all that important that it's on the side of the handset. Nowadays you're gonna be in the tone mode more than you would anything, and they probably should have put that switch right here on the front of it. So I'm going to call that a poor design. Is it a cool phone? It's a real cool Buttset Lineman's phone, but I just don't believe this switch should really be here because it's kind of in your way when you're trying to use the phone. Over here we have a talk switch, and then we have a monitor, because on these amplified handsets or Buttset's Lineman's phones, you can actually monitor the line when you hook up to them. You don't necessarily have to access the line. You can monitor it. So that's cool. And you have a green light up here, and that green light is an indication that you are on your connections properly. And it won't light at all if you're on tip and ring backwards, but if you're on tip and ring properly with a right polarity, your green light will come on. Now, other phones will have a red light. Some of them have a red light. Some of them it's a green light, and then it'll turn red if it's in the wrong mode. But this one just has a green light, and it lights when it's proper. It does not light when you're wrong. So anyway, to kind of get back to this modular plug situation that I think is going to be a little more ideal for their customer, I'm going to tuck that in the phone here, and it's just going to set in there because everything's so close, it's just going to hold it right in. So what we're going to do here is we'll just tuck that in when we finalize putting everything back together again, and it should fit real nice and neat right here. And if his line cord ever goes bad, he doesn't have to specially order one or search around one with spade connectors on it. He won't need that. He can simply plug any line cord he wants into it and go from there. So what we're going to do is some final checks now that the telephone has been repaired. And I'm going to go ahead and plug into it. And remember, this will be sitting inside here, and it'll also be secured around this standoff, and then it'll go out its little indentation here of the body. But for now, it's just going to hang. So let's do some tests with this phone, and I'm just going to kind of hold it together while we do this. I'm going to go ahead and ring the telephone. And you're going to notice here I have a different analyzer than all the videos that I have. This analyzer here I use once in a while too. I have a lot of different telephone analyzers, but I use this because when working on radio frequency type devices and telephones, you can utilize that circuitry and that test equipment there, and your channels that radio frequency would be on. And then you have over here, you have a power supply, and so and then you can check your RF in and out, and so it's just a different type analyzer, but it's a B&K, and it's like the rest of them that I use. So we're going to go ahead and ring. I'll let that ring a couple times. Give it one more. I'm going to access it. See if we're on the... Okay. See what I mean about this button over here? It's confusing because it almost looks like an operational button, but really a switch, but it's really a tone and a pulse. And it kind of, you know, it just shouldn't be there. Here's some dial tone. And if you watch right here, what you're going to see is our numbers as soon as I dial them, and you see our green our green LED. That's an indication that our polarity is proper. And I'll just walk through the numbers. I'm going to end in a 2. I'm going to go ahead and turn the handset off. I'm going to ring it one more time. Give it one more ring. Give you some dial tone. I'm going to hit the speakerphone, and we'll dial out. Now I'm going to take the speakerphone off. I'm going to hang up. Give you some dial tone, and I'm going to dial a 2, and I'm going to talk into the handset. I'm going to transmit 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. If you look at that red light on the analyzer, that's an indication of 100% modulation. Try to turn off the light. You may see this analog meter, and basically what I'm going to do, you can see my modulation. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Hello. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So basically there's all kinds of different little situations on this analyzer that you can analyze different things with, and I'm going to turn that off right now. But basically what you want to do here is not talk into this on the speakerphone option. I can turn the speakerphone on right now, but if you notice, you're not really getting any voice. And the reason why you're not is because it's not meant to be used like that. It's meant to be used as a monitor. And then when I turn it on monitor, you're going to hear a little bit of hum. And that's just basically the power supply on the analyzer. We'll get rid of that now. So what we could do here is we could plug this telephone into a regular line now, and I'll go ahead and make some calls with it. So we'll do that real quick. Get it plugged over here in a regular line. Turn it on. I want to hit speakerphone. We'll dial a time and temp. You can hear how loud that is. We want to get back over here on tone.
Good evening. Credit issues? Apply by phone anytime at 622-4600. 622-4600. Same day approval available. Today is Monday, September 19th. The time is 6:42. Current temperature 73 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area. Mostly clear and cooler tonight, lows in the low 50s. Mostly sunny on Tuesday, highs around 80.
Okay, so now what we want to do is I'm going to go ahead and dial my number, and it'll be busy. And then let's say we could dial Walmart.
Thank you for calling Walmart.
So basically we know that this telephone works, And I don't know if you know this or not, but on a lot of these plug-ins that I have this plugged into, a lot of them will reverse the polarity just because they're switched around on the inside. And when you see this telephone, you got dial tone, but you don't see this green light, and that's because the polarity is switched around when you use these. Now, on most phones it wouldn't matter, but on some phones it does matter. So, and in this case it doesn't matter. And we might even be able to get that to come on if these splitters might do it too, or this, actually an adapter. Okay, that switched everything around if you see. Now the light's on. And what we can do here is I will call
Thank you for calling Walmart.
So now we know
Good evening. Ford, drive one and you'll know at Offenburg Ford in Belleville and O'Fallon. Today is Monday, September 19th. The time is 6:44. Current temperature 73 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area. Mostly clear and cooler tonight, lows in the low 50s. Mostly sunny on Tuesday, highs around 80.
Okay, so another thing that we can check out here is I will set the phone back over into the analyzer, and I can show you, we'll turn it on and get some dial tone. And I want to dial it 2. And if I'll modulate into, transmit and modulate into the lineman's phone. And you can basically see that red indicator light, which is 100% modulation. Now, when I count to 6 on 3, I'm going to push the mute button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to let off of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know the mute button works, and we can hit speakerphone, and we'll hit redial. And it might not be set up. I might have to dial a number. Sometimes when you hang up, okay, and we're going to end in a 2 up here. And it'll end in a 2. So now that we know that this telephone is fully functional, it has been repaired. And it's a pretty cool telephone, but my one worry is I don't have a way to contact their customer, and I wouldn't do that anyway, because they actually send, these telephone repair companies send our repair company, A1 Telephone, they send us telephones all the time, and it's not uncommon. We get them in all the time from other companies. And I'm just going to have to tell him if he thinks he's going to use this as a speakerphone, he's wrong, because it's not amplified on the receive side to be a speakerphone. They actually have a circuit that mutes the transmit when it's on speakerphone, because they don't want this microphone interfering with anything that the lineman would hear on the line. And if you've got a lot of backtrash noise coming into this microphone, he's going to hear it on the receive side. So they actually mute in the speaker mode. They mute the mic so that the lineman or whoever's using this phone for test purposes can actually hear everything that the line's doing. They don't want no noise coming in to the microphone to interfere with whatever might be going on the line when he's working, okay, or testing. So he's mistaken on being able to use that for a speakerphone if that's the case. And it can be used as a regular phone, but it can't be used as a speakerphone. It just hasn't got that option. But anyway, that gives you a look at this telephone. It's really a very cool telephone, and we're actually ready to just go ahead and put it back together again. But I'll show you one last time how this is going to tuck in there. We'll go ahead and secure it up after the video, but basically with the distances and everything that we have in this telephone, basically, you know, our modular port will go ahead and tuck in right here, and then our line cord will be secured here at this standoff. And you know, if he ever has a problem with a line cord, he can just go ahead and change it anytime he feels like it. The customer can. So this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Gives you a look at a Buttset or a Lineman's telephone repair lineman's phone, and it's a pretty cool little phone. You know, it's got a hanger for the belt, and you know, they make neat little phones, and that's what this customer is planning on doing with it. He's going to use it as a phone. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.